Hello and welcome to the Transcend Auto Compliance Report tutorial. The compliance report displays several sleep parameters used to define efficacy of therapy. In this video we will cover each parameter of the compliance report. The top of the compliance report displays demographic information such as the patient's name, address, provider name, and patient phone number. Additionally, the date and time from which you generated the report is listed to the right, and the report date range is listed at the bottom. Below the demographic information is the compliance summary. The compliance summary contains the following information. Compliance period. These are the dates within the selected date range that the patient used the device. Average and median hours of use, and a breakdown of therapy hours over the selected date range. The patient therapy settings section contains information on how the device is currently programmed. We are reviewing a compliance report for the Transcend Auto, which includes a min and max pressure, which is not available for other devices. The report includes minimum pressure, maximum pressure, starting therapy pressure, ramp starting pressure, ramp duration, and EasyX pressure relief. The therapy pressure summary contains pressure information over the selected date range. This includes minimum pressure. This is the lowest pressure required over the selected date range. Maximum pressure. This is the highest pressure required over the selected date range. Time-weighted average pressure. This is the average pressure over the entire date range. And 90 and 95th percentile pressure. This is the pressure that the patient stayed at or below for 90 and 95% of the time. The AHI section contains information about apneic and hypopneic events during therapy. These indices include the AHI index. This is a very important parameter that shows the effectiveness of therapy. An AHI of less than 5 is desirable during CPAP therapy. Apnea index. This is an index of the amount of apneas over the selected date range. Hypopnea index. This is the amount of hypopneas over the selected date range. The percent of time in apneas and the percent of time in hypopneas. The last section is a leak summary. The summary is useful when trying to understand the efficacy of treatment. The section includes average leak, median leak, 90th percentile leak, and 95th percentile leak. When assessing leak values, you should keep these points in mind. Transcend automatically compensates for intentional leak via the exhaust port. This report contains only unintentional leak, such as mouth breathing and leaking seals. Most PAPs deregulate around a leak of 24 to 26 liters per minute, so monitoring these values is critical for effective treatment. And Transcend battery life can be affected by the amount of leak as well. The second page of the compliance report displays a nightly therapy analysis. Details on this page include hours of use, the date of therapy, times that therapy occurred, and this is reported in Central Daylight Time, how long the therapy session lasted, the average AHI, minimum pressure, maximum pressure, average pressure, and the 95th percentile leak. If there are blank rows in the data, that means that the patient did not use the CPAP that night. The subsequent pages on the report details each therapy session graphically. If you're interested in a particular night of therapy, you can quickly assess it in this area. Let's take a look at this night of therapy. At the top of the graph, you'll find the date and time of the session. Below that is the therapy parameter legend. For reference, the orange up arrows are the beginning of therapy, and the red down arrow is the end of therapy. Additionally, the minimum and maximum pressure settings are graphed. In this case, the minimum pressure is set to 4, and the maximum pressure is set to 20. Parameters that are graphed include apneas. These red spikes display the length of the apnea at the top. The total number of apneas is listed in the legend. Hypopneas. These are graphed as green spikes. The total number of hypopneas is listed in the legend. Leak in liters per minute. Average leak is listed in the legend as well. And pressure. This will automatically adjust as sleep-disordered breathing occurs. This concludes the Transcend Auto Compliance Report tutorial. For more information on Transcend, please refer to our other tutorial videos located at mytranscend.com/resources. Thank you for choosing Transcend.